guys, I am on a great roll today. Knocking stuff off my table, almost spilled my drink. Yay! Hi guys, hello. All right, so we've got some not planning to do today. So we're pajama creating. We'll call it pajama create. I don't know what it is. Gravity's not my friend today, you guys, I'm telling you. So, all right. Line. Yep. We got this. We got this. Okay, not my coffee. That can't have that. We've got our fancy bad for you energy drink today. How dare you, Crystal? Thanks, Crystal. All right, so for today's shenanigans, I'm going to be using the Procreate app, which we use all the time, and I'm going to be using an app called iFontMaker. Thanks a lot, Crystal. That's right. We're going to be using an app called iFontMaker to make our fonts. So, should we do... You know what? I never did set up that poll thing. I'm going to see if I can do that real quick. Hold on. Hold, please. Oh, God. I hope this doesn't have volume. Okay. Ooh, manage poll. New poll. Hey, look what I can do. Oops. Okay. I could have done this ahead of time, but I was too busy spelling things. All right. Okay, so I think I made a poll. I don't know where to go to see it. Oh, it's at the top of the chat pod. Oh my gosh, that's so fun. Look at that. Hey, Barbie. Crystal, you have too much of a life. You're making the rest of us look bad. Okay? I'm just going to say. Just going to say it. Oh, Anna, did you see the pen in the Patreon? I almost said in Procreate. That's not right at all. How long did I make this poll for? Oh, we are rolling pens. Okay. Oh. Stuff is switching up. Football season. Is it already time for football? Well, I guess so, because the end of it's in February. Oh, good. Okay, good. I'm glad you saw it. I wanted to make sure that you did, so. Cool. Patreon, it doesn't notify you guys. I don't know why. I don't know why it's not doing that, so. It's stupid. Okay, so it looks like about 75% vote pens first. So I think we're going to roll with pens first. How do I end poll? That's so cute that it does that. Pens have it. Okay. All right, so. See, I don't get squat, okay? I don't get squat from Patreon. I had gotten a direct message like last week and it never told me. So I had no clue. I felt like such a douchebag. I went in to upload the Maynard pen and it was like, you have a message. And I was like, what? Oh no. So if I ever don't reply to a message or a notification on Patreon, it's because it hates me and wants to make me look like a jerk. I almost said a word that I can't say. You guys all get emails? I need to check my settings then, because it used to notify me like to my phone. It would be like, hey, so-and-so commented, or you have a message. It don't do that no more. I don't know why. Okay. So let us head into the Procreate. I don't know why it did that. It hadn't done that in a long time. Okay. So we've got all of you guys in your emails. Yeah, Facebook or Insta is going to get the fastest response because my watch is like, yo, you need to answer this now. It's very demanding. I don't get it, man. Like, I don't get them. Mandy doesn't get them. I think Randy doesn't get them sometimes. I don't know. I don't know. I gotta check my settings, I guess. All right, so let's do... I don't get shit. Yeah, right? Same. Nothing. Oh, you do get them all? What the frick? See, you don't get them either. Good. Of course I have the Apple Watch. I'm bougie. I mean, it notifies me of pretty much anything else. Hey, Jenna, your period's supposed to start in 7 days. That might have been a little bit of TMI. And not true. That was just a... Don't use the app. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's an app thing, because I have the app that I try to go for. Dana, that was the best phrase I have ever heard. I know what you meant, but I love how that came out. Yeah, see, that's what I used to get, was the notification on my screen. Right? Didn't sound like what you meant, but I still was amused by it. That's awesome. Okay. Oh, snap. All right. So what time is it? It's 12 o'clock, Jenna, you stoop face. I'm going to set a timer because I want to make sure that people have a chance to pop in. So I'm going to set a timer for 30 minutes, and then we're going to do the Lila drawing for the vial. So when this freaks me out in a half an hour and I say, what the heck is that? You guys remind me that's what this timer is for. Okay, here we go. Maybe it's the app then. Maybe I need to kick the app in the booty. Perhaps. What? Oh, you got time. Okay, cool. Sweet. All right, so let's start a drawing. So I just went ahead and opened up a Square document. Now, I opened up a Square document because it's habit. I know what the dimensions are. I know what the DPI is. And I know that anything I make on this canvas always comes out looking right. So you don't have to use this one because obviously we're not making a square pen. I might need to make a square pen. Okay, anyways. And then we're going to use just this regular liner pen that you can get in the inking section, but that I move because I don't like to look for things. I love the triangle ones. Those ones were so... Damn it. All right. See, I always need to have my pen hand... I do have my pen handy. Oh my God, you guys. This morning, I went into... and picked up like all of my notes that we had made over like the last week and put them all into like my to-do document list in Goodnotes. You guys, we have a page and a half of kits that I need to draw. Holy crap. And now I need to add square pens to that list. Okay. That would be fun, right? I'm going to have to make some square pens. Hello, Jenna. Square things. Duh. All right, let's do this. So I'm using the inking pen from the comes with Procreate thing. And we are going to have to work with the Procreate as a dingbat situation of making straight lines. So let's see how we want to do this. Do we want to make a marker or like a ballpoint? Or maybe like a felt pen? Why don't we just make something and see how it goes? Okay, so I'm going to drop color in and make my first regular line. Now I'm going to try to not be the, like going too fast. If I start going fast, y'all need to tell me so that I can slow the fridge down because I'm really, really used to just blowing through this. I use, if I go to the inking section, it's called this Studio pen. It's down here toward 1, 2, 3, 4th from the bottom. And then I turned off the pressure sensitivity on it because I don't want it to have the tapered edges. Oh, y'all's Christmas morning. There's still new stuff coming today, too, because today's the last day. Sweet. Okay. So let me go back to my regular pens. Regularly scheduled pens. Started on that one and gave it up. All right, let's do it. Why not? Okay. So felt pens tend to have more of like a rounded shape. So we're going to delete this and make a rounded shape. All right. Another thing to, yeah, I turn off pressure on the studio pen, but duplicate the pen first because it's a good brush to have if you want a tapered pen. So if you duplicate it, then you can make one that's tapered and one that's not. So disclaimer, you guys, I'm used to drawing like hunched over, like all crinkled up. So sitting up and like leaning over my microphone, this might get funny. Okay. Don't judge my faces. All right. And I'm also going to try not to do a whole lot of movement on the screen because I know I'm motion sensitive. I don't want to make anybody feeling kind of funky. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So let's do a felty pen. We're just going to go exaggerated arch because I want to be able to adjust the arc down to where I want it. Because if you try to do just a really slight arch, sometimes it'll just give you the option to do a line and not an arch at all. And that's not what I want. That might be a little too fat. Let's start over. Because you just want it slight. You don't want it to be like... I mean, maybe you want it to be like a knife-shaped pen. Jenna, stop talking. Okay. So then I'm going to 3-finger swipe down to duplicate that. You stay awake. What is your problem? Can you guys still see me? Yeah, okay. And then I'm going to flip it vertical and just pull it down here like that. And you can see the alignment lines, those blue lines right there. They all stay lined up. So, or that shows that your things are... They're all lined up. God dang it, Jenna. Hi, Jen! How do you adjust it? Oh, God. You're gonna make me do this, Bren. Okay, it is under, I believe, Apple Pencil. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me go to the one that's already bent. Oh, let's go to this one. Is it the size? Yeah, right here. The size. Just make it at 0. How do you adjust the line down? You mean the arc? How do you adjust the arch? I'm going to assume that's what you mean, so I'm just going to show you. I'm going to draw an arc, hold the pen on the thing so that it makes a straight line, and then look up top where it says Edit Shape right in the middle, and then it's going to give you the option to adjust your arc. So you just pull like so. Got it? All right. So I'm going to pinch these 2 layers together. I have the hardest time with a pinch, you guys. Okay. So now this is going to be the barrel part of our pen. We're going to make a cap too, but I like to make stuff that's like removable. Maybe I should not do that. I don't want to make this too confusing. You guys tell me what you want. If you want us to do it removable, we'll do it removable. So for now, we'll just work down here at the tip side. And I'm just going to connect these 2 like that. You can do an arc shape here if you want to. You don't have to. Because I'm going to add a pretty chunky felt tip to the end. I'm just going to do it straight across. My cat is so interested in what you're doing. Right on. Yeah, we can do removable. That's fine. Okay. Bran, how are you lost, girl? We've made 3 lines so far. So right now, again, we're just doing the barrel part. And this is obviously not a felt pen, so it doesn't have the taper. But we have not done the tip of the pen yet. Okay, this is just the barrel piece. All right, I'm going to keep going. So I'm going to do this in a... I was so busy trying to adjust the line. So, oh, you silly. Okay. All right, so Bren's throwing me off here now. All right, so I'm going to go to a new layer because I want to be able to dupe this line that I'm about to make. I told you I wasn't going to move this around, and I'm doing it anyway. Sorry. So now I want to do the opposite, because if we're doing a two-piecer, then what's over here matters. So I'm just going to go like that, edit my shape, and I'm trying to taper it up a little bit. Like show. And then I'm going to dupe that, flip vertical, and drag it down. Now you can see right here, these aren't perfectly lined up. I'm not worried about that because this layer right here that we're drawing is literally going to be a shadow in a little while. So I'm not too concerned with that. Pinching the layers together. And again, I'm doing just a edge across the top because we're going to add another piece in a second. All right, so now we have a sort of shaped barrel that I'm going to make into one piece. I'm going to slide it over a little because we got to have room for that cap though. And now the reason that I do these in separate layers is because I want to be able to both color and shade each layer individually. Because if you have a pen, you see how you've got the orange piece and then this cap sticks up more, then you've got this little eraser looking thing, this edge piece. I'm doing all these pieces individually. So, all right, now I'm going to hit new layer and we're going to do our felt tip. So super easy. I'm just going to go like that. And then duplicate, flip it, line it up. And now I'm going to merge these two and adjust them. So see that blue line that popped up? That means it's centered on the pen barrel. And now I just messed that up. Get over there. Damn it. Stop that. I'm going to draw a line across here that you can see now, but you will not see when I'm finished. So there's our pen tip, looking a little chunky, but that's okay. And then we're going to do a piece over here. Maybe this could show the color of the pen. And you'll get why I'm doing these in a bunch of different layers in a sec. Okay, so here's a basic pen shape, right? So, all right, I'm trying to make sure I'm keeping up on the chat too. Okay, so the way that I'm envisioning this in my head is the barrel is going to be our top layer, because if you have the pen barrel, the tip is like, you have to think of it in layers. The tip is going to be underneath it because you only want the edge of the tip to show, okay? So I'm going to duplicate this layer, which is our barrel layer, and I'm going to fill in the bottom piece with black. Then I'm going to turn off our bottom piece. I hope this isn't too confusing. It might be confusing. I'm going to hit select so that I'm only working on the pixels that are in the barrel. Create a new layer. Go to my shading tool, which is the soft airbrush tool. And then I'm going to start adding some shading to this pen. And then I'm going to do a new layer to add some white shade to it. but I'm going to turn on my bottom layer so I can see what I'm doing. And I switched to my studio pen because I want this to be more sharp, so that I can go over here and just blur it out a little bit. And I'm also going to shove it up here too. So at this point, I could come over here to this bottom black layer. I'm hoping I'm not being too confusing. I'm very much self-taught when it comes to this stuff, so I don't know if the way I do it is the long way or the right way, but it's the way that works in Jenna's head, which, sorry. So I hope it's not too confusing. So, okay. Now we're going to use this layer here, which is that first layer that we made. So I don't have any layers selected right now. It's the Jenna way. Yeah, it is. It is. So I have, I don't have any, like, I don't have this selected like that. I just have this layer highlighted. I'm going to come up here to adjustments, blur, and this is going to be our pen's soft outline. Okay. Now you see we have all these pixels off of our pen. Thanks a lot, Crystal. That's right, Crystal. So I'm going to go to our base layer, which is the shape of our barrel. Go to, my selection tool. I have it set to automatic, and I'm going to select outside of the barrel because we want to take away anything that's not on our pen barrel. So just like this. And then I'm going to go back to our layer that we're trying to adjust, hit the move tool, and I can take away that outside edge. I know, Crystal, isn't that great? You're a channel meme. Love that. Okay, so I'm going to say I'm not loving our highlight, so I'm just going to turn this, I'm just going to delete that for now. I'll come back and put it back in there later. Hey, Neva. So I'm going to put that back in there later once we have more of the actual pen done, okay? So let's work on our pen tip. Same thing, I'm going to duplicate, go to the bottom one, fill it black, and the reason that I fill it black is because that's the color of our outline. If I were to say, ooh, I want this to be purple, and fill it purple, it will still have a black outline, and that's totally going to blow our realism, so we don't want to do that. So now I can say, ooh, I want it to be purple, but we'll pick a more obvious purple so that you guys can see what I'm doing. Then we're going to go to this layer here. Same thing. We're just going to blur it out. And this one I'm going to do a little more dramatically, and I'm going to adjust it to make sure that it's touching where I want it to. And I'm using the warp tool under adjustments to do this. And then again, select outside of our layer, just like that. Actually, I'm going to adjust that a little bit. There we go. Go to the layer we want to adjust, pull it off. So with this one, with the pen tips, what I like to do... Oh, did you get it? Nice, Neva, good. So with the pen tips, what I like to do is use one of the touch-up tools. So I'm going to go to a layer between, change my color to black. Because, okay, here's another thing to bear in mind too. When I make things like this, I'm making them with color changeability in mind. So if I'm right now actively making a purple pen, logic would suggest, hey, Jenna, go make some purple or put some purple highlights and stuff in there. But if I do that, then I'm stuck with a purple pen. If I just stick to a grayscale highlight and shadow palette, I can make this pen in any color I want to. So that's why I do that. I didn't, Colleen. I did not. I forgot, actually. Oh my God, did you see the pictures of Jensen at the convention in Denver? Oh man, that boy is beautiful. He can rock some long hair. So I'm going to go to the touch-ups panel, and I want this short hair brush, okay? Now, this one, I'm going to make sure it's not too big, and I do still have this layer selected, so I can't draw outside of it, and I'm just going to swipe. See how it's giving that textured kind of a look to it? So now it looks like it has a textured end. And I'm going to say it's looking a little chunky for my taste. So I'm going to highlight or select all of the tip layers, hit my move tool. I have it set to uniform, and I'm just going to pull it in. And then I'm going to stretch it out. Pull it in, stretch it out. Just like that. So now it looks more like a pen tip instead of, I don't know, a paintbrush. Oh, he's so delicious. Oh, I did it! Ah! All right, so now I'm going to select the bottom again because I want to keep editing this layer. I'm going to go back up to our shading tools. And this time I'm going to add a pretty strong edge right here where it meets the pen barrel, just so that it gives more of the depth between the tip and the pen itself. So fancy. See, even from far away, you're like, ooh, that looks like it's recessed a little bit, which is what we're going for. On the pen tips, I generally don't see a need for a highlight. But if you want it to look like really, Jenna tripped over that. If you want it to look like really goopy or like really saturated, you could do a little white stripe there. But it's not my jam, so I'm not going to do it. Okay, so now these two layers, the layer 2 and layer 8, I'm going to pinch together so that now we have our highlight here. And watch, if I drop a different color on here, then it'll change the color of this pen. Straight so I couldn't shape it correctly. Oh no! Yeah, I'll post this on the YouTube channel for Tuesday, and it will stay up on Twitch until then. So you guys can just rewatch it on the Twitch channel too if you want to. Cool. Okay. So, all right, let's keep going. So now I'm going to come over here and do these things. Same thing, duplicate. See, once you get into the groove of doing this, it's all the same steps over and over again. I am, however, going to grab these and stick them above my barrel for right now, because that's where I want them. And then we'll just color this so we can see what we're doing. Gonna blur this top layer. This one, I think I might actually just ditch this top layer because I don't feel like we need it. We'll come in and manually shade this one, because a lot of this isn't going to be here anyway. So I just want to have a good solid piece right here, and then just a little around the edges to give it some definition. Can't see past you there, rectangle. Okay, and now, if I wanted to make the... I know, I told you I was going to go too fast, darn it. I'm so glad this saves. This would be horrible if it didn't save. So, I'm going to show you... Oh, you're slowing me down on purpose. I see what you're doing there. Delicious. So, I'll show you real quick how to make a metallic-looking layer. So I'm going to go to new. I'm going to keep it on my shading tool right here. And then I'm going to draw. I need it bigger than that. Like straight down like this, right? Maybe some on the edge. And then I'm going to switch it for white. And I'm going to go a little more heavy-handed than I would normally do with white. See how it gives it that metallic kind of look? I know, right? Why don't we take a drink break? Hail to the Queen. Hail to the Queen. I'll take a drink break, and we'll let you guys soak it in for a second. What's our timer at? Oh, we still have 7 minutes left. Screw it. We'll do the Lila drawing. Okay. Where's my drawing app? Oh, God, I don't know which one it is. Delicious. Delicious. I knew what you meant. I gotcha. Okay, so we're going to have to create a new list. Lila. All right, so, oh my God, how am I going to do this? How do I see? No, what did I push? how the hell do I see who all is here? Okay, all right, I'm gonna be that asshole. If you're here and want to be in the Lila drawing, just do a hand raise or do something so that I can see you in the chat. And then everybody who does it, I will put into this drawing. I hate to be that person, but it's not gonna give me a list. Oh, you're gonna make me do this all at once? Oh, shit. Okay. Wah! Anna. Yeah. Meltrin. Ah! Christ. Alright, I think this is Amanda, but I'm not gonna say it is for sure, so I'm just gonna do that. Andy, Anna, Barbie. 92. Crystal. Hey, thanks, Crystal. Aaron. Bren. God, thank God we only have to do this once. Colleen. Okay. Dana. Donna. Thank you, Donna, for writing your name down there. Jay. Can you repeat? What do I need to repeat? I'm sorry. I'm trying to write to. Did I already put Neva on here? I'm going to put it again, and if I have to take it off, I will. Simply. And Jen. Shauna. Claudette. See, on my phone, I can copy and paste all this stuff. S-H-R-Y-S. Oh, no, don't write a bad word. I think that's right. Happy. Okay, I think that's Manuela, but I'm again not sure. Joy. Kelly. It is Amanda. Okay, that's what I thought. Jay got. Dana. Happy. Oh, Allie. Okay. Allie. Jackie. Amy. All right. Thank you guys for writing your names down. This is so easy. Okay. What did I miss? Suki, I'm putting you in this list. We're doing a drawing for the Lila thing. You got skipped. Shit. Mandy. Okay. I'm going to pull this here. That's not the right heckin' list. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. Did I miss anybody? It's called Pick Me. Tell me. I'm not going to spin it yet because I want to make sure that I didn't miss anybody. They're almost said alphabeticalized. It is a word, I'm saying. Okay, I think we're ready to roll then. Okay, here we go. Boink. Who the hell is this autocorrect? Is this Suki? I'm going to assume that it is. Autocorrect. Okay, cool. Do you want it to say Suki Bujo, or you tell me what you want me to write on it? I mean, I could write this nonsense, which actually is Italian for they, but or no. Theirs. Yes. I don't know. It's Sunday. We're in our pajamas. What are we going to do? Just Suki. Got it. All right, let's go do that. We're going to head back to Procreate. And after this, we're coming back to this pen, so don't think we're getting out of it, peeps. And planner stuff, Lilavile. Oh, that's fantastic. Your name fits. Oh, fudge. I don't want you. There we go. Share PNG to the drive. Lilavile. To the files folder. Sorry, this part's kind of boring. Check. Okay, so if you could send me a DM so that I can send you this link after the stream is over, because otherwise we all know Jenna forgets, and I don't want to forget to do that. So on Insta or on Facebook, that would be awesome. Hui. Okay, back to pens. We have returned to pens. All right, so we've got our metal situation going on up here. So then this piece here that we got rid of because it was in my way, I'm going to pull down below here because I want... Am I echoing? I feel like I'm echoing. Oh, I think I'm talking into my drink. So I want this one to be the same color as the pen. So I'm going to actually shrink it down just a little bit because she's looking a little chongus and crooked, which I kind of identify with, but that's okay. Oh, it's going to be cute. Okay. So then I'm going to try to blur this. I don't know if this one's going to be work too. We might have to do this highlight separate. Yep. With the really tiny things, sometimes you have to go in and manually like do the blur on the outside. What am I doing? Clear. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm going to change that. Okay. So for this one, I just want to have it like just a little depth to it, right? And then I'm going to make it look rounded. Homegirl, you need to DM me because you know I'll forget. And there is a Lila kit today and it's really heckin' cute. It is so cute. You guys want to see it? I suck. So I'm doing a dark edge on this one. And then I'm going to do a light center to give it the rounded look. Like so. Okay, cool. Okay. So, all right. Now this is the tricky part, okay? I'm going... Oh, yeah. Okay, hold on. Is this safe? Oh, yeah, it's just my planner for today. Okay. Look! Look at with her little tail. A Jenna vial? Oh my god. I mean, I guess. I need to write that down though, because I'll forget. You guys are funny. So, okay. Remind me towards the end. When we break, before we start doing fonts, remind me and I'll post the link for these ones. Okay. Back to our pen. All right, so now what I'm going to do, you see how this is kind of not quite as wide as the pen is? So I need to get rid of, where's my, oh, wrong layer. You see how big it is right there? I want to get rid of that extra of the bottom of this one. So I'm going to select my pen layer, right? And then I'm going to come up here, touch the layer that we want to move, hit move. What does it mean it's empty? I'm on the wrong layer. Jesus Christ. There we go. And see, I'm taking out that extra. So I'm just going to swipe that off the screen. Select my barrel layer again. And now I need to get rid of the shading. Just like that. I'm debating if I want it this way. I'll try it, and then if I don't like it, I can always put it back. Yeah, I liked it better the other way. So we're just going to have a fat pen. There we go. It can just be chunky in the end. That's okay. Oh my god, that was such a funny stream. I think mine still has that face on it. Wow. Okay, let's make a lid for our pen, shall we? Good lord. Okay. Oh, real quick. I swear I'm hearing an echo in here. What the hell? That's awesome. Okay, before I do that, I'm going to take this, which is our cap, or, you know, the tip thing that matches the pen. And I'm going to, well, first I need to take the pen correct color. There we go. Is it this one? I'm distracted now. That's close enough. Okay. So I'm going to drag this one so that it's next to the barrel. And then I'm going to merge the... Merging them together is not intuitive for me. So I merged those two layers together. So now I can take my top layer, which is this thing, and I can merge it with my pen layer. Okay. See what I did there? So now all of the stuff that is one color is on one layer. So if I decide I want a different colored pen, all I have to do is just drop. And then it changed both the barrel of the pen and the tip of the pen. Okay, cool. Okay. This echo's driving me freaking crazy. I'm going to do that with the tip too, but we're going to do that later. So let's start on a, cap. I just merged the metal layers together. And then this is just the color that we put under there, which again, we can change too. So, okay, cap. So we're going to start again. Go with black. And then this time I'm going to start with the line down the center because we want it to be the width of the widest point of the pen, which is right here. Delicious. Delicious. Can't believe you guys made me do that. Okay, now you see it's centered because of that blue line going across the center of the pen. So I want to bring it down a little, just like that. And then we're going to do a new layer because once I get it perfect one time, I don't want to have to try to redo it. It's like trying to do liquid eyeliner. You do one eye great and the other one is going to look jank no matter what you do. If I had a copy paste for liquid eyeliner, dude, I would make a mint. Man. So we're copy pasting our liquid eyeliner like so. And did you see how it straightened out that line? Because I drew it on an arc, it's going to give me the option to change it into an arc. Watch. Edit shape, arc. And I don't want to make it too big because, pen caps are meant to fit on the pen, right? I just want to make sure that it's covering this edge and that it's covering the actual pen itself. So we almost had it perfect. There we go. And now I can dupe that layer, flip her vertically, and then just line it up. I'm going to drop it down here to the bottom and make sure that those 3 lines are popping up because that means it is symmetrical with the top one. So we got that. Oh, look, see, we're sticking out just a little here on the edge. So I'm going to come down just a little bit more, just like that. And if you have a piece selected like this, you don't have to grab and pull like this. If you just need it to nudge like 1 or 2 pixels, you can just take your finger or your stylus and just tap. Well, not right there. See how I'm just tapping and it's just sliding it around 1 pixel at a time. Just need to put it back where it goes. There we go. Okay. So now I'm going to pinch those 3 layers together. And then we're going to put the top on. So we have that. And then this is going to be a separate piece from the, like the clip, you know, I'm talking about the pocket protector clip thing. That's going to be on a separate layer. So I'm going to dupe this, color this black because our outline's black. And then we can color it the color that we want to, which our other one is this color. So that's what we're going to go with. Because this is a bigger piece, we'll be able to use the shading trick. So we're going to shade out this top layer. See how it gives it that perfect shaded gradient? Gotta love that. Go back to our base, hit our selection, make sure automatic is on, touch the pixels that we want to get rid of, then go to the layer we want to get rid of them from and hit move. And then say goodbye to the extra pixels. Yep, they just danced off the screen. Okay, so now I'm going to select this one. I'm going to create a new layer because we don't want to jack up our gradient. Shading tool. And I'm just going to kind of round it out a little more. Oh, homegirl, this one sucks. Come on. I'm literally cringing at this pen right now. And then I'm going to do a light stripe down the center. Just like that. And that's going to give you that rounded, you know, the like rounded. Jenna, people know what rounded is. God. Okay. So now I'm going to select our
son of a bitch.
What was that? Ugh! Colleen! After I shade this, I'm going to murder Colleen. I'm just joking. Okay, I'm going to create a new layer above our base. Thanks a lot, Crystal. Thanks a lot, Crystal. Because I want to add a, this cap is on, shaded area like this. See that? And now you can see that it's it's drawn on the pen too, or the cap too. Not a big deal because make sure you have your cap layer on. Tap, select, go to that shaded area, and you can just yank off that excess. So now it looks like the cap is kind of hovering on top of it. Okay? That was hella savage! If you guys really want this template, you can have it. Just remember, it's for personal use only. Don't make freebies or sales stuff with it, and then I'll post it, and you guys can have it. Actually, we can, God, Jenna, we can upload it to the drive, and I'll just drop it with the Lilas too later on. But anybody who is into drawing stuff, I'm telling you right now, making templates is the way to go. Because you could make like whole, like kits of stuff off of one template, right? It's fun. So fun. Okay, moving on. I have to draw a yellow clasp, Colleen. Thanks, Crystal. So we're going to do a new layer. And now we're going to have to make new lines. So we're going to be mad at Procreate. Whoops. And then bring this in here. Like so. Okay. So as of right now, we have, I can do Photoshop all day, but this crap confuses me. I mean, honestly, this crap confused me too when I started doing Procreate because I'm fully fluent in Photoshop. It's alliteration for you. I am fully fluent in Photoshop, so when I came over to this environment, it was hella confusing for me too. It really was. So, okay, because Colleen is savage, we have to make this butt-ass ugly yellow. Thanks, Crystal. And now I need to make a, as often as YouTube videos are loud. My husband wears headphones when he watches his videos, thank God. I mean, so do I mostly, but yeah. Yeah, right. I was the same way. I am fully fluent in Photoshop. Stop saying that, Jenna. Jesus. And when I first started with Procreate, it was literally like trying to learn Photoshop all over again, which is consequently how I'm doing with Affinity Designer right now. But Bren, your trick, dude, you are saving me so much heckin' time. I can pick a non-vom shade of yellow. I appreciate that. This is offensive, right? How about this one? It's a little less punch you in the wiener with offensiveness. It's still ugly as hell. Not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of either one of these yellows. But okay, let's get back to work. Jesus. All right, so I'm gonna select this yellow layer, okay? And then I'm gonna create a new layer, and then I'm gonna take just my liner pen. Because when you're doing the outlines, this was Colleen. I would like you all to look at Colleen and say, thanks, Crystal. Super pixelated when I use Designer to trim the pixels. I mean, mine have turned out great. Mine have turned out fantastic. So maybe there's a different trick. Maybe it's the original. Thanks a lot, Crystal. Yes, right. Maybe it's the original canvas. I don't know, but mine have been heckin' purple. Thanks a lot, Crystal. You can remove the yellow when uploading the template. Thanks a lot, Crystal. I heckin' love you guys. That's so awesome. Okay, moving on. Thanks a lot, Crystal. That's the best. You guys are savage. Okay, so I have my liner pen. Thanks a lot, Crystal. You guys are killing me, Jesus. I didn't start it. I did not. I would not have made this yellow under any circumstance. This was you guys, okay? This was Colleen. This is Colleen's fault. Oh, jeez. That's hilarious. Okay, so with smaller sections, okay, it's easier to make a nice looking shaded edge if you don't have a huge, somebody's dancing. Oh, Joey, thanks for following. Thanks a lot, Crystal. Thanks a lot, Crystal. It's easier to make a nice looking edge if you don't have such a thick line like we used to draw it in the first place. So the way that I do that is I have just this hideous ass yellow selected. So I'm going to draw across and see how I can move this line by holding my stylus down. I'm just going to make a little bit peek off and see how it's totally uneven. If I go to the top and hit edit shape, then I can pull the other side of this line up. See? And then if you just hit your paintbrush tool up here on the top right, it won't turn your selection off, so you can go right to the next line. Like so. Oh my god, the thanks a lot Crystal Rain was hilarious. Oh, I'd like to say I apologize in advance, but this is really how I am on the daily. So, I mean, there's really no apology for it. So, okay, I turned off the selection. Now I'm going to go to my blur tool under adjustments. And then we're going to blur it out. Now, you see how the corners, right? You see how the corners are not colored? We can go to our warp tool. Go light on this tool, y'all. Grab this edge and just pull until that edge is covered. See that? And then we're going to slide up here and do the same thing. And now I'm going to leave this last one because I'm going to show you how easy it is to fudge this up. See that? And then your shadow's just like, see ya. But if you pull it just a little bit, then you can cover up that edge and you have a nice gradient. So we're going to go to the layer 13 and then we're going to go to our, still not the adjustments, selection, automatic, touch only on the pixels we want to get rid of, which is not on this hideous gold thing. And then go up to the layer we want to move, touch, and you cannot adjust or like move stuff off the screen with a warp tool. See? Well, you can't see that, but I'm touching it. It's not moving. You have to pick either freeform or uniform. So I just moved to uniform and took it off there. So now we've got this thing. It's not done yet. But before we move on, I'm going to go to our base layer of this clip. I'm going to duplicate it, and then I will happily color that black. See what I did there? We have this top yellow one, and then the bottom black one. So with the bottom black one, I'm going to hit my adjustment tool or my move tool because I want to move it. So I'm going to slide it. I'm using that touch with the finger trick that I just taught you to just move it by a couple of pixels because I don't want it to be a lot. And then I'm going to blur it out just a little. Don't go crazy because you don't want it to be like all, you just want it a little bit of shadow. And then go to your shadow layer, which is this one, 13. Hit this little N right here because that's going to let you adjust the opacity. See, let me zoom in. Hold on. So if you adjust the opacity of this shadow layer, you can determine how strong of an effect you want. So we want it to be right about here. Yeah, we're working in Procreate right now. And then once we finish this pen, we're going to move over to iFontMaker and make fonts. Start trying out our different planner stickers. Awesome. Cool, Kelly. Thank you. Okay, so now we have our little clip thing, but I want to kind of jazz it up a little. So I'm going to select the layer, not the shadow, the regular layer. I'm going to hit plus. And then I'm going to hit my shading tool again. And then I like me a hard edge. Oh, is Crystal still here? Oh, she had to bail, didn't she? God dang it. Hold on. Here. Okay, we just banned the bum friend. Okay, we just banned the bum friend. Why am I hearing this? We just banned the bum friend. Why am I there? I had to go into my moderator thing and yeah. Okay, anyways. So I like to have a hard edge on mine. So I'm going to go in with my shading tool and do a little more enthusiastic shading. And then I'm going to get a white new layer. This is the studio pen with the regular taper. Okay, this is not the one that we had where we cut or made it so it doesn't taper. Because this is like the pen itself, I'm envisioning as like a plastic like this. But the clip I'm picturing to be like, you know, those old Bic pens with like the metal clips? That's what I'm picturing for this. So metal's going to have a more defined highlight than plastic will. So I'm going to use, not that line, the white to give it more of a definite line. And then I'll just go up here to this blur it out a little bit. I don't want to blur it too much because I don't want it to be bigger. So then I'm going to come over here and just lower its opacity a little. And that's going to give it the shine that we're looking for. And we'll just slide it over there. It's so pretty. Okay. Coffee cups in shapes. Ooh. Dude. I would love to have some shaped coffee cups. Although, did you see that meme of that person who had the cat cup and you go to take a drink and the eye or the ears like jig you right in the eyes? Not gonna lie, I'd still buy it. All right. So let's see. Are we done? I feel like we're kind of done. All right, so I'm gonna merge all these shading layers together. Just so that I do this so that I can keep track of what is where when I'm going to make more stuff for the template later. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. Okay, so here on the bottom, our, what is this called? Tip. Our tip is going more into the pen than it needs to. So if I select our pen layer, just like this, and then come down here, hit move, look at how much extra is here. So I'm going to take this off just so that I can merge these layers too. Because obviously, if you are making a blue pen, it's going to have a blue pen tip, right? So now, because I did that, I can move this shading layer up here and merge it here. And then I can turn this the color that the rest of the pen is. What the hell's wrong with me? And now I can merge this together. So if I come over here and turn this off, oh, the lid's still on too. But you get what I'm saying. All of the shading is now on one layer. I'm actually going to come in here and fix this line. And this is because I was over enthusiastic with my erasing. That cat mug was the best. So I'm just using that color and just drawing this part in. This is not a necessity. It's just me being a particular freak. All right. So with this one, what I'm going to do is anything that is cap, I'm going to group. What did I just fuck up? Group? Why are you doing that? Oh, for hell's sake. Did I have something selected that I shouldn't have? I probably did. Hold on. Let's try this again.
Oh, no!
Oh, no! I wasn't ready for that one. Oh, Caleb just lost a tooth, and Lachlan's got a loose tooth now, too. I came out earlier this week, and there was a piece of paper on the counter that had a big circle that said Caleb's tooth, and there was a tooth sitting on it. And I was like, ugh. That's kind of gross. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out why these don't want to merge. Okay, you merged just fine. What is the problem with your friends here? Who knows? Okay. So now we have the cap here. And then we're going to do the body. I guess I could say base or whatever. Oh, her first! Aww! That's so cute. Caleb's 11 and he still suckers presents out of me when he loses his teeth. I mean, they don't like believe in the tooth fairy or anything, but I try to make it like still fun for them, you know? Okay, here we go. So now we can go here, create a new layer, clipping mask, and then now this pen can be whatever color we want it to be. In fact, let us dig into our tiny turtle pile, which I clearly haven't touched since the last time we were doing this. Let's see. We got to find something Halloween-y. It's not Halloween-y enough for me. Well, that's just green. Oh. Oh, here we go. Is this bats? Yeah. Okay, so, and then I can stretch these bats across. Remember, our pen goes up higher than you can see. And then we have a bat pen. Now, because we merged those bottoms together, we have to be mindful of our color here, which is no big deal because we're still on this same layer. If we want this pen to be orange, I'm just going to touch and then just, well, maybe a little neater than that, Jenna. There we go. And then we have a little Halloween pen. Why do we keep getting these people talking about poo? What is that? Fairy door. Right? That sounds adorable. All right. So real quick, I'm going to grab both of these and just kind of slide them over more so they fit better. And then we can copy this layer and paste it here. I'm making a clipping layer for this, so that our pen lid will match. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. And then we have a little pen. And you can turn the cap layer off to have just the pen shape, and then export the pen and the cap separately, and then you can put them on and take them off. And, in fact, I'm going to copy this real quick. And then just paste it, turn on the body layer, turn off the cap layer, flip this horizontally. You know, we didn't really take into account the edge of our pen here, did we? These are pen caps that go on the top. That's what we made. Good Lord, Jenna. Delete. Okay, so real quick, before we close this part out, I'm going to show you one last thing. I'm going to duplicate our bottom layer here, turn it black. And then just like the other one, when we did the clasp part, I'm going to make this into a little shadow. And again, you don't need it to be huge. You're just going for the effect, just like that. And then you could do this separately for the cap too. Totally up to you. Not a necessity, honestly, because sometimes you want to have your pen like vertical. Sometimes you want to have it facing the other way. And if the shadow's on the other side, then it's like, that doesn't go there. So yeah. And then now I'm going to get rid of all this extra space on our canvas that we don't need. Like so. And then lastly, I'm going to engrave the pen because I'm extra. That yellow, Colleen. Okay, so I'm just gonna hit the plus sign. Actually, I don't even need to put that in this layer. So the way that I do like recessed kind of looking stuff, let me find a font that will work. Oh, you know what? No, I'm going to use a system font just in case any of you guys want to keep the font that's in here so that it won't be like, you don't have access to this font. But being real, I don't have a lot of system fonts in here, so. Thanks a lot, Crystal. Thanks a lot, Crystal. And then I'm just lining it up so it'll stay where I put it. Or so it, when you go to change it, it doesn't like jank it to the other side of the pen. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to duplicate this layer. And then I'm going to touch the bottom one and hit rasterize so that I can now give it a little bit of a blur. Not like that, I can't. Thanks a lot, Crystal. Thanks a lot, Crystal. And I'm going to move it down just a little hair like that. Maybe not that far. And then I'm going to delicious. Duplicate it again. This time I'm going to invert so it's white. And then you can lower the opacity of the white layer and just fuzz it out just a little. And it kind of gives that, like, you could run your finger across it look. Not a necessity. You could leave it off. You could change it to be white. I mean, honestly, whatever you want to do. But aside from this hideous ass clasp here, that's really cute. I like it better without the white. Adorbs. Okay, so let's go back to here and name this pen. Thanks, Crystal. And then we are going to share to the drive as a Procreate file. And I'm also going to do a share as a PSD too, because I got texted the message that I missed on, I was about to say Procreate, on, you know, that damn app we all use. Patreon, Jesus Christ, was from someone saying, hey, can we do this as a PSD file for those of us who don't have Procreate? And I was like, yes, we can. And I'm a moron who didn't think of that. So we're going to upload this one here. And then we'll also export it as a PSD file. And do the same thing. Because that's brilliant. Yeah, okay. I was not ignoring you. Procreate. Patreon doesn't like to notify me when stuff happens. Okay? That's just how it goes. So, all right, let's go to the website. Oh, you're already on it, Jenna. Pay attention. Boink. All right, so the first drop is going to be the Procreate file. You guys want to know something funny? Hell yes, you can. Hell yes, you can. But, okay, but not all of them work like you would expect. For example, smart objects are not a thing in Procreate. So you have to, like, some things will come in okay, some things won't. Like, I have a lot of designs that I made in in Photoshop before I discovered Procreate, and I'd say 2/3 of them I was able to bring in. There was a few that wouldn't work because I did a lot of, like, smart object and masking, but give it a shot because some of it'll work. Not all of it, but some of it'll work. Okay, so this first thing is the Procreate file. Something funny, you guys. I was trying to update the name of my stream to say that we were going to be drawing today. And Twitch doesn't like me to use the word Procreate. So I had to change it to say something like drawing app. I was like, I'm not in a hot tub, okay? I'm drawing. I'm fully clothed. It was funny. I was like, seriously? You guys suck. All right, hold on. Let me get to this one ready. Okay, this is the PSD file. I use, honestly, I have the fudge, what's it called? The keyboard folio, and I have the Magic keyboard. I love them both. I absolutely love them both. I use the keyboard folio when I'm drawing because it flips all the way back, and then I use the Magic keyboard when I'm working on my tablet. Okay, and then we're going to drop the Lila link before we start making the fonts. Oh, I didn't hit enter, dumbass. Okay, that's the PSD. And then this one's going to be the Lilas. Somebody messaged me about Lilas. That was Crystal. Let me send this to Crystal real quick. Send me kit. Okay. Paste. Okay, sent to Crystal. Dude, I love my Mini so much. If they made like a Magic keyboard for the Mini, I would jump on that so fast. I love my Mini. Love it. Isn't she cute with her little tail? I love her tail. All right, so now we're going to head over to the fonts, okay? Now, there's probably going to be some of you out here who say, but Jenna, my handwriting sucks ass. I could never make a pretty font. Show of hands. Who's thinking that right now? Oh, hey, my square timer's done. Yeah. Oh, you're very welcome. The second link, the PSD file one. Get link. Copy link. Okay. Paste link. There you go. Okay, I'm going to show you guys that you're wrong. Should the Procreate file be in the Lila folder? I have a Lila folder? Girl, what the hell are you talking about? Did I screw something up? I don't have a Lila folder. Oh, fuck. Did I put a... Sorry. No, I didn't put one in there. Jenna, stop swearing! Ignore me, I'm a dumbass. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so for those of you who say, Jenna, I can't make a font. My handwriting sucks. I'm about to prove you wrong. If you got the time, you can make the font. Okay, so, and I would like to point out too that you are not limited to making one font of your own handwriting, okay? Because you can see your girl makes a lot of fonts. And this is only what I have since I got this new iPad. Okay, there's a bunch more. I think there's even some on my website that are like freebie downloads. So, gonna go to a new thing, okay? And this this app again is called iFontMaker. It's all one word. It is a paid app, but it's worth it. And I'm not sponsored. Okay. So, a couple of things to know about this app. Number one, I'm gonna have to jet. Sorry. Yep, it'll be in replay on when is this gonna go? Thursday. This is a Thursday replay. I'm used to being planning in my pajamas right now. This is different for me. Menu shows up with the letter A in gray. Yep, it'll do that. Okay, so when you first open it up, it's going to look like this. Okay, so this is, I don't remember what this font is. It's like the stock font that comes with. So what you can do is you can use this as a practice font. Like if you're practicing writing your letters. I prefer to turn it off because I don't want it to like sway what I feel like my letter should look like. So if you go to this thing here at the middle on the bottom that looks, y'all are in my way. All right, I'm gonna have to turn off your avatars for a sec, guys, so you can see. Okay, on the bottom here you have this paintbrush, an arrow, a pen, and then this thing here. This is the thing you want. You have your example, photo, and none. We're going to turn this to be none, and that turns off the example stuff. You can see at the top here, the letter A has the yellow box around it. That's how you know what letter you're creating or what character you're creating. So from this screen here, this is your starting point. Okay, this is where you decide, okay, how tall do I want my letters? How high do I want my lowercase letters to be? So if you touch with your finger these lines, you can adjust these lines. Now, where it says baseline, that line is at the bottom and it's yellow because you cannot move it. So that's basically this app saying that's where a line is going to be when you're writing on a document or if you're typing somewhere. That's the bottom of where your letters sit, right? If you pinch out... Oh, it's not letting me pinch. Why won't you let me pinch? Oh, because I'm on the wrong screen. There's a descender line here. This... You see how these two lines move together? This is how tall your character can be. So you can make it so your characters are really tall with small tails, or you can bring it down so that they have longer tails. Oh, no problem. Close. It's pajama day. Come on, man. But so I like to keep this like right about here. And this is hiding under here, but we'll be able to see it when we go to make our characters, okay? And then right here, X height, this is the height of a lowercase letter. Like if you were making a lowercase c, this would be how tall it is. So if you wanted to do like a funky font that had like really tall lines, but really short circles, you know, you would put this down here. Or if you want to do the opposite, have short top tails, but big circles, you'd move it up higher, which I think we're going to do. So I'm going to do mine right about here. Oh, yeah, I should probably do that, huh? I'm almost out. Okay, so this right here is your character creation screen, the one that looks like the little paintbrush in the middle, okay? This one here, this slider is how thick your lines are. I like to do mine at around like in the 60s because I don't want my lines to be super huge, but I also don't want them to be so small that the font has to be really big to be able to see them. And then this thing is the wrong button. Is it this thing? No. Where's my line? Oh, it's right here. This thing. These are your shape styles for your lines. I always keep it on this top one because the other ones are really unpredictable. So I always keep it here. You can pick whatever one you want, to be honest, but I just always pick that one. And you can adjust here. I'm just pinching with 2 fingers so that I could zoom in, zoom out. I'm going to keep it right about there so that I can see my tail line down there that says Descender at the bottom. All right, now let's show you how anybody can make a good looking letter, okay? So, in fact, I'm going to do this left-handed, okay? Oh, I don't have a glove on this hand. So much the better, okay? So much the better. So, I'm just going to make a capital A. Oh, she's nice. Okay, there we go. Do I love it? No. So I can go to this thing, which is the little arrow next to the brush pen thing. Touch it. And I can adjust it, you guys. I can make it look however I want to. Like I want it to touch this baseline. Same thing here. I'm going to bring this up. I can adjust this. I can pull this down. Adjust this over. Pinch it in. Make it wider. That line's actually not too bad for being a lefty, so yeah, okay. And, oh, yep. I want to take this one and put it into this line. Like that. Yeah, it looks okay. All right, so now we have an A. It's not perfect, but it's a lefty. And now we go to the B. I'm still leftying here. Oh, that's nice. Your undo is over here on the bottom right. Let's point that out. Okay, Jank B. Coming in here. Fixing her up. Oh my gosh, look at this one. So I want it to be on the center line. So I'm just kind of shoving it up a little bit. Yeah, it looks okay. There we go. Okay. Isn't it great? So let me make this C real quick and then I'll show you another trick. Oh, yeah. How to make yourself look like a dumbass in one try. Left-handed fonts. Well, that's kind of polarizing. Left-handed fonts if you're not a left-handed person. Okay, so... yeah, it's good enough. Okay, so now for this D, right? I'm going to come over here. I'm going to go to this tool. I'm going to touch this line, right? And then I'm going to hit copy. Go to my D space. Hit these pair of scissors here. Paste. So now I know that this line is the exact same as my B line. So all I have to... oh, switching. All I have to do now is just make my D. Hey, that wasn't that bad. That could have been a lot worse. There we go. And then I can go to the E and do the same thing. Paste that single line. Go back to my drawing piece. Oh, she's... yep. Love that. You know, I kind of like that sticking up edge right there, so I'm going to keep that. Get on there. Okay, so now for this one, I'm going to copy all. Go here. Paste. And then just get rid of this bottom. And now I have an F that matches my E. See? So, oh, and for the G, you can just copy your C shape. And then, boink. Well, maybe not that crappily. I'm not left-handed, you guys. There we go. So you can copy and paste character pieces. You can adjust every line that you make. You can delete pieces. So let's come over here to this H. And I'm right-handing it now just to prove a point. So let's say that I accidentally did that, okay? If I were to say, okay, I want everything except this point, I can delete just that point. So there's a lot of, whoops, and I just made an extra point that I didn't mean to do, but there's a lot of customization that you can do so that you can make your lines and shapes look exactly like you want them to. So this app is literally what I make all of my fonts with. I'm not going to sit here and torture you with making an entire font because that'll honestly take like 6 freaking minutes, but oops. Shit. Yeah, I just did that, didn't I? So I'm going to copy. And I'm going to paste it. And I'm going to slide it over. Oh, near. Okay. So let's say you get a few letters going here, right? And you want to see how they're starting to look together. Up here at the top in the center, under those unholy 3 dots that get in our way, there's a little window that says preview. If you touch this little window, you can type something up here. Oh, we don't have any lowercase letters yet. Or you can hit this little button here that says Pangram right here and tell it, okay, show me all my capital letters. You can tell it, show me all my lowercase letters, show me capital and lowercase, show me numbers, show me symbols. And if you scroll down, it'll give you like the quick brown fox and all the little like sample texts so you can see what your fonts look like. So I'm going to come out of this font, in fact, and go over here so that you guys can see what this looks like when you have a completed font. Now from this screen, you can tell it, okay, I want my letters to be further apart. See how it's spacing them out? Or you can tell it, I need my words to be more spaced, which we don't have words here, so let me do one that does. You can tell, okay, space my words farther apart. So there's a lot of customization that you can do even once you get the font finished. So let's say you created this fancy font, you love it, you want to export it. So up here on the top right, there's that little, like, export icon thing. If you touch that, you're going to go to configure and build font. So then it's going to create your font. And at this, normally it would say build here at the bottom, but I have already built this font. So now it's telling me rebuild. So I'm just going to hit rebuild. Wait for it. And now from this point, you can install it directly using your iPad, or you can download it. I always download mine because this app does not save your fonts if you have to reload it. So if you download your font, then you can install it to anywhere. I have fonts installed on my MacBook, on my phone, and on both of my tablets. And with that new iFont app, it is so easy to install like dozens of fonts at once. It is. It's super easy. It's just, like I said, it does take a little bit of time. It's more time consuming than it is difficult. So if you needed to erase something, you would come in here and just hit delete. Or if you accidentally made, like this one too, it'll sometimes register marks like this. If you just hit undo, it'll go away. I have a drunk W. If you're a few lines in, come over here and just erase the line you want to get rid of. And then if you go to this thing, this lets you move your glyph, or you can pinch to zoom, and you can rotate it if you get your finger on it just right. See? Yeah, I exclusively use my own fonts in my planners in my shop. So I don't typically hand out as many fonts as I used to because I do use them a lot in my shop stuff. But I do like to make some sometimes and just hand them out. Yeah, if you do want to, like, oh, here's another fun thing, you guys. For those of you guys who have kids, you can have your kids make their own fonts. My son Caleb has his own font. Lachlan has his own font. Caleb's he made in Kinder. So I have a literal hard copy of Caleb's handwriting when he was in kindergarten. It is so cute. Do I have it on here? Now I'm curious. Oh, no, not that. I do. Here it is. That was his handwriting in Kinder. Yeah, right? Exactly. And plus, they have a lot of fun making them, too. It's so cute. I love that I have this. I absolutely love that I have this. My husband even made his own font for, like, signing documents and stuff. So there's a whole lot of applications that you could do with this. And for him, I didn't show him the fix-it tools. I let him erase if he made like a janky line because he wasn't used to writing on a tablet. But I didn't let him go in and tweak his letters because I wanted it to be authentic to what his handwriting looked like at the time. And this is exactly how it looked in Kinder. Isn't that cute? And I'll tell you this, you guys. Even if you don't use any of the adjustment tools, you just do your own handwriting, it is always going to look better because all of your letters are always going to be the same. So, like if I were to write a lowercase a 4 times in a row, none of those A's are going to look the same. But when you're creating a font, your A's are always going to look the same. So your font is automatically going to look better than your traditional handwriting. All right, see you later, Mandy. He had pretty decent handwriting in kindergarten. But again, the font itself is making it look better than it is because it's all sized properly and the letters all match. So that's another really fun thing that you can do with these. I mean, I've been making fonts for like 3 years now. The only thing I will say is scripted fonts are feckin' hard. Because you have to, that thing I showed you where you adjust the spacing between your letters, you have to have that perfect so that everything touches where it's supposed to. Stay away from cursive fonts for now, you guys, because they're just going to piss you off. But regular handwriting fonts, regular fonts like this, super fun to do. So, yeah. No, if you guys make some, definitely show me because I would love to see them. I'm a font whore. I love fonts. Like when I'm feeling like kind of, I don't feel like planning, I'll make a new font so that my planner looks better. Cursive ones are so hard. I've made 2. I've made a grand total of 2, and they are not perfect. It's so hard. It is so hard. When naming it, what is the trick so that it appears at the top of your font list? Name it with something that starts with A. I mean, here, this just shows you what your recent fonts are. So it's not sharp and pointy one. I made one time at Shauna. Susie K was my first successful scripted font. And I literally, like, this Annika one was my second. But I made a font of bubble letters one time. That was fun. And I made a font with another one of these tools. Again, I don't like to use a lot of these because they are really hard to use. But if you come in and like play with these, they make like different, like this one will be good for something creepy. Susie K is on the website. If you go to the website into the freebies section and search for Susie K, it's there as a free download. And this one does like straighter lines. I mean, these ones all look like really spooky to me, which I mean, I'm down for. Come on. But, and then this one's weird. This one is totally weird. But you can make all kinds of weird stuff with them. So it's a lot of fun to do. Yeah, I went through a moment where I was just like throwing fonts out like candy. And then I realized how much I use them all. And it kind of became a problem for a little while. So I'll sometimes, no, I don't do that anymore, do I? I was going to say, I sometimes do them for grab bags, but I don't do those anymore. So, but yeah, there are, every one that I had done as a freebie is still up there, so you can still get them. But, and another thing too, you guys, is you don't have to do traditional characters. You can make a font out of whatever the hell you want to. So you could do, you know how there's like wingdings or webdings or whatever they are? You could make like a little nonsense font of just like little hearts or little whatevers that you wanted to use as decorations in your planner. And if you come up here to this globe up here, it automatically has the Latin letters. But if you come down here, you can do web letters, dingbat letters, Japanese, Thai, a whole bunch of different stuff. So you can, I always turn on this web one because I like that web dot thing and I use it all the time. So I have to make that in my fonts. But then if you scroll here, this shows you all of the different, like, look, here's a diamond. Oh, wait, let me turn this thing on. Hold on. See? Little square roots, a pi symbol. So you could, yes, that would be bitchin'. That would be so cool. But you could do like sacred geometry type fonts. You could do like automatic writing type fonts. There's literally no limit. You could, as long as it stays in this allotted space, you could draw whatever the hell you want to. I had to find one for handouts. But this one too also has like different, like here you have different currencies and stuff. I think I don't know what the hell that thing is. It might not be in the web symbols, but there is different currencies on here like pounds or euros and things like that too. Greek alphabet. It's so fun. It's so fun. I don't know what this triangle thing is though. But yeah, you can do all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff on here. Love it. So, all right, peeps. We have made fonts and we have made pens. What are we going to do on Tuesday now? We got to think of something to do for Tuesday. I mean, we could always make more backgrounds. I'm so bad. I changed mine like, I don't know, 3 days ago, and I'm already like, ooh, I want to do it again. Frickin' Katie. Oh my God. I literally, when I saw the one that you made that had the skull calendar, I was like, shit, I need to make one like that. We haven't done squiggle drawings yet. That's true. That's true. We could do squiggly drawings. You changed it again? Yeah, we haven't done Affinity. Oh, you know what? We should do Bren's trick for Affinity Designer so that we can all see how that's working for me, because it's working like a goddamn charm for me. Oh, to the green? Yeah, that was so pretty. I'm more versed in photo than designer, but what I need designer for, I'm really good at. And I learned, and Bren probably already knew this, but I didn't. If you make your, because I use, you guys know I use that square canvas for Procreate. I just, when I'm drawing a kit, like yesterday I did the full set for Maynard for November. So that's like 18 pieces. So I just draw every one on a new layer. So I was able, I didn't even have to save the goddamn file. I just said, export as a PSD and send it to Designer. I didn't have to save it. It just sent it to Designer. I clipped it all and it just did it. And I was like, oh my God, Bren, love it. Love. So cool. All right. Well, we'll just kind of putz around on Tuesday. Yeah, as a PSD. If you save it as a PSD, then it's going to maintain the layer integrity, and Designer. That's probably it. Try it as a PSD. See if it works for you, because that's how it's working for me. And then it saves them all. Dude, Affinity is slamming. It totally is. And this right here was literally the piece I needed to be able to go full on tablet mode. So I'm 100% thankful to you for that, because, yo, I had been looking and I couldn't find shit. In fact, I would love to make a YouTube video about that if you're cool with it. I'm obviously giving you credit, but there's nothing out there that tells you how to do it. Literally nothing. And the only things that I could find was all on desktop. And I was like, having it in my search bar go plus iPad minus MacBook minus desktop. And I still couldn't find anything. I was getting so frustrated. I was pissed. No, it's not your program, but still, I mean, I want to give credit where credit's due because I certainly couldn't find it. Not that jerk. Because yeah, there's nothing out there. That was so frustrating. That was like literal days, if not weeks of searching, and I didn't find crap. Crap. Yes, you can totally do this with your map. Oh, girl, you can make some slamming fonts for your maps too. Ooh. Oh, that would be fun. See, iPads are great. Give it up for the tablets. All right, peeps. I'm about done with my beverage, so the facilities are a-calling. So I think I'm gonna tap out for this stream. Totally upgrading the game, dude. Totally. So if anybody makes some fun pens with our yellow ass template, be sure to tag me in them. And yeah, we'll meet back here Tuesday to play some more. Cool. All right, guys. I will catch you in the next one.